we do want to get to dancing, but we're just going to show you a few of the very basic exercises. If you were to learn Odissi or Bharata Natyam, these are the first steps that you would take. And I might add that you certainly could, because even though originally the performers of Bharata Natyam were in Tamil Nadu and for Odissi from Orissa, now they're all over India and also all over the world.
I'm from abroad, like Sharon.
Well, I'm not from abroad, I'm from here.
Oh, okay.
Rama is teaching Bharata Natyam here in Los Angeles, so she has students learning this classical form in this country who are doing this classical art. I originated in Detroit and basically perform in India, except for these occasional visits here. So it is an international form, really, the way that ballet has become international. Okay, now, we start out very simply with steps that there's one sound made. One sound is made in 4 beats. And then, so a student will also develop the ability to have rhythmic flexibility and understanding. We'll just do it in like 3 speeds, so it'll double and double again. So I'm going to show you, because most of theirs are in the Ardamandali. I'll show you the Trabangi in one sound, and then the second one in Trabangi. And then we'll do together our second speed, 12, which is similar to hers.
We have similar movements. They are called Sirmanadavu, or the finishing steps, and are normally used in the end of a rhythmic dance phrase to complete it. And it looks something like this.
ending, very short one. We often end a phrase with this kind of a 3. All right, now, you hear us saying something. In Orissa and in North we call this bowls. South it's solakatu. These are the mnemonics, the sounds that we speak that sound just like the drum plays. So we imagine that a bee says buzz, and we imagine that the drum says ta, kita. So just to show you how this, the mnemonics of the drum connect from the spoken to spoken with the drum and with the feet. Because as dancers, when we hear a particular drum score, we know exactly what step to do with it. We're not going on a basic 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6. We are generally going by the exact score of the drum. So as dancers, we know that score. We hear a phrase and we know what it is.
Ta. Kada ta ka thi, kada ta ka ta thi, kada ta ka hey, kada ta ka jen, jen nam ta ta, ta, kada ta ka thi, kada ta ka ta thi, kada ta ka hey, kada ta ka jen, jen nam ta ta.
Now we're going to get a little closer to dancing. We're going to take some short phrases of these bowls and movement, body movements, dances put together. I'll do one in Odissi style and Rama will do one in Bharata Natyam. Now this is what we call pure dance, meaning that there is no text, there's no story that we're enacting. It is just music, melody, and movement. In both of our styles, and in most of the classical forms of India, once a dancer has mastered this vocabulary of movement and rhythm, then they come to what actually is important in the dance. And that is the expressional dances. We have a balance between the pure dance, the rhythm, and the expressional dance. Again, referring to these ancient texts, in the Sanskrit poetics, the dancer was always also an actress as well as a musician. So we combine the histrionic abilities with the ability to move through space and create with movement a metaphysical world, a world of beauty that is sublime, a world of truth, and a world that expresses the inner world that we all share in any part of the world, and also at any time in the past or present, which is why this dance has continued into the present age. Even in India, everyone in the audience does not recognize what all the gestures mean. You can see that this is Shiva because when you see the sculptures and you see the paintings, you will also see him standing like this, one hand giving blessings, one hand pointing down to his foot where you can get solace, and you often see the flames around. If you see a figure like this or like this, it may be Devi, the goddess, holding weapons. This is the elephant-eared, with this tusk, elephant-headed Ganesh. Krishna, who plays his flute, can be identified. This is the way we would hold it in Odissi. It would be a little bit straighter in Bharata Natyam, and Manipuri softer like this. But everyone can see the flute, and they would know the iconography that this was Krishna. Now, after Rama showing Shiva, I'm showing Shakti. You cannot have one without the other. Shakti is the female power of the universe. It's a kind of yin and yang, and this little portion that I'm showing you comes from a much larger composition, Mahadevi Upasana, that I created. It's about 40 minutes long. It shows the Devi, the goddess, this female power, in both benevolent forms, gentle, kind, and blessing, and also in very assertive and powerful forms as she redresses the imbalance of good and evil. So I'll start with the sloka. It's actually to Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, in his form as Vishnu Maya. So this is a female form who gives blessings to all, and to that Devi I greet. And then 4 little episodes of Devis. The first one is Dakshayagna. There was a great king who had a sacrificial fire and did not invite Shiva, who was actually married to his daughter, Parvati. And so Parvati comes home because she has a right to come to her house, and she asks her father, "Why haven't you called him?" And her father says, "Well, Shiva, he has dreadlocks, he wears snakes, skulls are a necklace around his neck, he sits in the cremation ground, there's ash. He has a very limited vision, Daksha, of the greatness of Shiva. He says this fire is very pure, and he would defile it." Well, Parvati knows better, but she does not want to go on living with a father like this, so she decides that she'll pray to her husband and immolate herself in that fire. And then later, she's reborn to better parents and remarries Shiva. The second little episode is as witness to the pralaya. She sees Rudra, the Shiva, as in the great dissolution of the universe, things are prepared for creation. And the third one is that creation, which is represented by sprouts, flowers, birds, deer, water from the mountains, fish, stars. And the fourth one is the union of the Shiva Shakti. This is Shiva holding a deer. The deer is always by his side. So this is Shiva, who has on his left side, and actually part of him, Devi, and their union together, half one side as Shiva, one side as Parvati. You'll often see this in sculptures and paintings of Ardhanarishwar, half male, half female, to make it clear that they are one, even though we often picture them separately. presentation together. And I hope that you enjoy this half as much as we enjoyed putting it together for you. We're going to be doing part of moksha, which is the traditional conclusion to an Odissi performance. We both end usually our programs with pure dance, Tilana in Bharatanatyam, moksha in Odissi, and using the Odissi music, the Odissi jatis, Rama has had the work to do by choreographing steps in Bharatanatyam style that will fit. So we're doing first portion of moksha, and then very appropriately we're going to end that with the slokam by Balamurli Krishna. I say it's appropriate because he's South Indian, but I made this composition in Odissi style, and it's also very appropriate for Bharatanatyam. In this composition, again, we're going to Devi. Omkara Karani. We're drawing an Om.
And in Tamil, the Om is drawn differently, so I will be doing that.
I'm doing it in Devanagari. She's doing it in a different Nagari, different script. So we both do Om. She who embodies everything, please take my egotism and dispel it. She, and we both show the goddess, Devi, the battle cry without any use of weapons. The battle cry is enough to vanquish the enemy, and the tantric syllable, Hinkara, rises up. The rhythm and sound of Murali. Murali means flute. Murali is also a name for Krishna, who is Vishnu. Murali is also part of the name of the poet, Balamurli. And so Murali, the sound of Murali, fills the atmosphere as we describe the Shiva's wife, the beauty of the three worlds. And she who is the compassionate mother of all, who is gentle like the flowered clove creeper that climbs the tree. She who gives blessings and protection for all. Omkara Karani, to her we surrender.
can't do it here, but we will invite anybody who wants to meet you and talk to you to the green rooms. I'll escort them after they go to the lobby.
My musicians, Prafula Mangaraj, Ramachandra Sahu, and Ravi, myself, Sharon Lowen,
And I'm